A lot of people say China is really strict, but if you actually live here in China, it is actually the people that are breaking the rules all the time. And the government, a lot of time, just don't want to control them that much.
I'm walking 12,000 kilometers from China to Europe. No planes, no cars. Today we have the best weather on the walk, cloudy but no rain. And also we will dive deeper into the topic of Chinese people's behaviors that I think might be new insights to some of the foreigners, might be different to how you guys commonly perceive Chinese.
Let's start today's walk. Woo! 哦，你这个是叉鱼的，射鱼的。我靠，你这个厉害啊 ！I don't think I'm gonna eat the fish in here. I don't really know. I don't trust the water in, at least in this region, in an industrial region. I see it with my own eyes. You know, a few episodes back, you guys see it. They dump the wastewater from the factory. It looks like there's a gate, a big, massive metal gate there, stopping the water. So it's a dam with a bridge. Nice. Look at this. Oh man, this is cool, huh? They have like massive concrete block. This is arm removable, so they don't allow cars to go through here. Massive. And that river goes downstreams over there. Look at this. So today we got cloudy weather again, which is perfect. This is the perfect weather to walk because you got no sun and you got no rain. And unlike yesterday, it was super crazy, the rain. And then it got super hot in the afternoon. But yeah, the hat is amazing, man. It literally saves us from the sun and the rain. Because the weather back then was so nice. Oh, right now, burns so much. No shades. My pants got wet since the morning rain. And then I put them on anyway and it dried off pretty quickly, like within half an hour from the sun again. So I hope we don't get that today. Let's pray for it. Cloudy all day. Look, they got this gate stopping people to walk inside this concrete base here. And that gate looks pretty new, huh? Except the barbed wire is a little bit rusty, but the gate looks really new. I guess people do walk in here. Maybe they come here to fish, I guess. I don't see what else they come in here. Maybe kids coming here to play and hang out, which is dangerous. Look, there's a guy fishing over there early in the morning. Can you see? These people are pretty smart. They put ads here for rent, factory, for jobs. Again, factory. This is for apartment. Why they put it here? Because this is right outside the exit from the bridge. So everybody have to ride here, pass here, and they see the ads here. And this is free. You don't have to pay for it. They even got an ad for school. Some kind of, I don't know, some kind of school. It says it's not allowed to swim, to play with water, and to fish. But that guy over there is fishing. Huh? Uncle breaking the rules. Naughty, naughty. By the way, middle-aged men or even young kids, like in their 20s, 30s, go out to fish. It's really popular here in China.
比较出众一点。
爱好比较出众。你有什么爱好？
我喜欢钓鱼。
哦，钓鱼。钓鱼很好啊，又不花什么钱，又挺轻松的。I don't know why, but it almost become a meme where, you know, this man wanna get away from the family or even from the jobs, and they want to spend time just not talking and sitting and just fishing by themselves. So maybe they are really stressful to live in China, being a middle-aged man. That's why the fishing becomes so popular. Maybe we talk to some of the guys later in the future, huh? It says it's protected water, forbidden, no fishing. Look, but we got a guy fishing here right next to the sign. Oh man. See, they got a bunch of signs here, wanna promote these values. That one is for recycling. This is for civilized and harmonious city. This is what for save power, reduce carbon. Oh, it's right here, you can read it. Reduce power consumption and carbon dioxide emission, reduce. See, they got a bunch of values and signs placing at these empty walls all the time from the government, including no fishing. But then it's the people don't care. They don't care about it. They're riding e-scooters without helmet. They fish whenever they want to fish. And the freaking train passed through. It's so loud. Can't even hear myself. How these people underneath this train overpass able to sleep, I wonder, huh? So yeah, it's the people that they don't behave, don't follow the rules. A lot of people say China is really strict, but if you actually live here in China, it is actually the people that are breaking the rules all the time. And the government, a lot of time, just don't want to control them that much. Chinese society is so safe today, and a lot of it was thanks to a tighter control. I don't believe Chinese will behave by themselves without any kind of controls. That's just not gonna happen, right? I'm a Chinese, mainland Chinese myself. I was born here and raised here. I don't think that will happen. So thanks to tighter control, we have a safer society. What do you think? You want a tighter government control so everybody in your society behave? Or you want a free country where everybody can do whatever they want and the government just don't really care about it? Which one do you like, huh? See, this region cares so much about recycling. They got so many signs teaching people what to do with recycling. I've been seeing this in a lot of places. I wonder why they want to push it so much in this little town here. You know what this is, guys? This is actually a bus stop. You got the bus number. This is the name for this stop here, which is a basketball court from this village. And you got a whole bunch of stops. A tiny little bus station. And we are right underneath a highway on a bridge. Well, not a bridge, but an overpass, I think. And look at the base. Look at the pillar of this thing. It's absolutely huge. Massive. How much concrete does it need, huh? It's always so cool to see this kind of mega structures in China. Oftentimes they're so big, it's just really cool to see one. Look at that. Look at this. Rules and signs here in China almost feel like useless. It says you cannot park here from the bank, all of them. But look at this. They don't give a F. Everybody park here. So you see, these rules in China, people just generally don't care. And I think the government do know that. It's not that they have no idea people have been breaking the rules. They do know that, of course. They have so many security cameras around here. So the question is, why don't they control this, huh? I don't really know. I guess we will never find out. I don't think we will ever interview a Chinese mayor or something, a politician. They will never talk to an online creator like me. I don't think they want to, they're not allowed to. So, I don't know, you take a guess. The government do act tougher in the city area, in the central city. Little town in village, they generally don't really care. It could be the central government from Beijing. They want this thing to be done, right? Because this thing, you can see it. If they send somebody here to check, to local to check, they can see this kind of signs and infrastructure being built, and it is there. So the local officials do that. But to enforce the behavior is another thing which you can't really check, right? Beijing wouldn't just send a guy just sitting here and then for 2 days straight and watch people, if they don't behave to this local authority, fine them. I don't think they will do that. So maybe that's the reason the local authority don't really care about that, because I guess they don't want to upset the people if they control it too tight. Maybe. Look, next to the river bank, to the stairs, we got this gate guardians again. This one being a lion. It's not a gate, it is just a stair. The city council do have budgets, huh? And what the hell is this? Some kind of mixer? Ew, it's so dirty inside. It's abandoned for a while now. The hell is this? Some kind of factory machines. They got this factory here which is empty. That little flyer, pink flyer there, is for rent. Yeah, some of the factories are empty here. I'm not sure that is due to the trade war and the business is bad, or just simply because Chinese economic growth is slowing down and it has a lot to do with COVID. You know, that 3 years being locked down. I have talked about it quite a few times now. I truly believe locking down the whole country for 3 years is such a bad move. It's gonna backfire for, decades, at least 10 years. Well, anyway, we should stop talking about that quite a few times now. Again, few episodes back, we've been talking about people picking this kind of rubbish here. She's picking the plastic bottles, which they can sell for a few cents. Bear in mind, these people who do that, a lot of time, they are not poor, they're not broke. They just, a lot of time, for what I know, that the old people, they got a lot of times on their hands, and they just want to do that to make some extra change. I think they feel good about it. But yeah, I don't know for what reason, but a lot of them are not poor people. They're doing okay. You got some old people chilling under the bridge. They got nothing better to do, just sleeping and relax. You got even some middle-aged men. I think they're waiting to get to work. So it's quite a place to chill, right? It's not hot. It's in the shades under the bridge where the car goes on the highway. Yeah, I've been talking about it back in the episodes in Zhuhai, where people in these smaller cities in China are really chill. They live a really relaxed lifestyle. I mean, China is really chill. This is the place where people actually live, right? But obviously not the biggest cities, not Shenzhen or Shanghai or Beijing. Those places are really stressed. But cities like this, Zhuhai, people really chill. People retire here because the weather is good in winter. Whereas you have people who live in a first-tier city. That means the mega cities in Shanghai, in Shenzhen, in Guangzhou, Beijing, even Hong Kong. People's lifestyle there generally are so fast, you know, they're chasing the money. I think a lot of people there, they want the grind. It is just a different mentality of people, I guess, at different age. A lot of people there, they're not forced to, you know, do 995. By the way, 995 means from your work start at 9 a.m., finish at 9 p.m., and then that is 5 days a week. And that is really common here in the big companies here in China. And a lot of people hate it because the working hours is too long, it's just too tough. But not all of them, but a lot of them actually do enjoy the grind. Chinese people are really hardworking, especially when they're young. Remember, I always say you can tell a place when you look at the signs. What they not allow you to do is what you're always trying to do here in China. It says, do not dump the rubbish in the river. Otherwise, you get fined for 20K to 50K. And that is from the government's water management. So people do dump rubbish and mud. They actually say mud. There's another one here. Around the bank, you are not allowed to plant any vegetable like trees, plants. I guess villagers do that. They wanna set up a little farm for themselves next to the river here. Yeah, so villagers do dump rubbish into the river, huh? Again, see? The Chinese government, they know what is good. You know, I think a lot of people should stop blaming or, you know, talking bad about the Chinese government. They know what is good, what is bad. They have signs all over the place. They even label the amount because Chinese people value money a lot. We love money. So they do display the amount for the penalties. Don't do that, but a lot of people still do that, I guess, since the sign is still up. So yeah, oftentimes it's the Chinese people who do not behave. It's not the Chinese government who do not want to protect the environment, do not take care of the people. It do depends on the Chinese people itself. Oh man, a poor frog gets squashed into Pancake by cars. This is for you guys. This is for lunch. It's on me. You're welcome. Wow, today's weather is really nice. No sunlight at all. Well, there is sunlight because you can still see me, but it's not hot. It's perfect. We got clouds everywhere, you know. Everywhere on the skies, we got clouds. I woke up like 7 a.m. I should wake up at 6 and we should actually finish the last 6 hours to Guangzhou within today. It's actually perfect, huh? Let's see what is the weather later on in the afternoon, close to 10 to like 12 to 1. If it is still cloudy like this, definitely after lunch, we're just gonna take half an hour rest and just walk it all the way to Guangzhou. We got a little bit of sun, so let's bring back an old friend, huh? A friend that you haven't seen in a while. The first sun hat. I haven't used it for quite a while now, and it is perfect for a little sunny day like this. The problem with the sun hat is this bit here is not too big, so it doesn't cover my whole face. That's where this face mask come in to block the rest of my face. This combination is perfect. And the good thing about this hat is it doesn't look as ridiculous. People wouldn't pay too much attention on me. And it is somewhat more durable because the straw hat, I feel like it's really fragile. It can break easily. But this one here, you can't really break it. We got another sign here that says do not dump rubbish into the river. And we got more signs over there, but it's too far for you to see. Maybe it's not from the villagers, maybe it's from the factories, huh? A bunch of factories here. Maybe the factories used to dump a lot of rubbish into the river. That's why you shouldn't really eat the fish inside the river. There are so many guys fishing back there on the other side of the bank. I don't know, maybe those fish are kind of polluted. Yeah, it says you cannot fish, but this is a different method for fish. You cannot use a fishing net to electric shock the fish, to poison the fish even. People do that? Poison the fish? And then what? They're gonna eat it? You eat the fish, you poison yourself? How does that work?
In next episode will be a heated one.